Hi, I am Cardinal Dr. Elizabeth Samantha Rothschild Judd. I was questioned about my levels of tolerance with regard to the persons assigned to me, like federal agents, Secret Service, and stuff like that. I'm quite sure. I'm a little baffled about answering that because, first of all, I'm going to point out this, and this is why I'm having a difficult time to just answer the question. So let me point this out first. For so long, people in positions have gone along with corruption from government officials and politicians and other sorts of empowered persons in high places, and have done so for so long that their automatic processes are built on corruption. I don't condone corruption. And when there's corruption around me, about me, against me, then I shut down activity that must be completed under purified network, filtered from the corruption. Okay? So my levels of tolerances, they were questioning that this morning, and that question came from my Secret Service team. So that, with regard to that, staying at the shelter and everything, my tolerances for my socioeconomic imbalance, whereby I'm in particular climates and environments, has long been exhausted some 10, maybe 15 years ago. It was having to deal with it or not having a choice. And that's what it boils down to. There are some things that I'm tolerating because I do not have a choice except to do so at this time. I'm not sure how other persons handle things, but I do things properly and in order. Just because I'm tolerating something does not mean I'm involved with it or would involve it in anything that's going on with me. So, being around an environment that I don't want to be around, or being somewhere where I don't control the environment, other people control the environment, and they can let in or make leave whomever they want because it's not my place. I'm not going to find a way to assume some sort of authority over a place like that just to say a come and a go for someone. It's not that crucial. Okay? My tolerances with the nabbing. I understand I have to be nabbed for physician appointments and things of that nature. But mediocre BS that has nothing to do with anything, or being nabbed and then all of a sudden something that I'm using becomes missing, or being sleep, how my hair was cut in my sleep. I mean, the obvious things. Well, I don't have what I need because it was stolen, and my hair is a lot shorter than what it should be because someone cut it while I was sleeping, supposedly safely somewhere. Tolerances. Is there anything I can do about it? Well, the damage is done. I can only wait for the hair to grow back, and not really concerned with it growing back to full length until I'm in my own place. Because at my place, I will not let anyone stay there that would harm me that way. And if I did let someone stay there and I figured out there was a harm, I could immediately make them not be able to come back because that's my place. I never set out to run anybody's homeless shelter. I just set out to prove that I didn't have to prostitute or traffic drugs in order to make it in life, to just go and use whatever the American system has available for persons in financial distress to make it beyond college. Okay, so I proved my point a long time ago. Henceforth, everything is settled. So with damage being done, once I'm already frustrated about something, it's a little too late to ask me about my tolerances, because I think when it comes to things being done proper, it's a common sense thing. I am not willing to tolerate any amount of corruption. I don't want any part of it, period. And I will expose any near occasions thereof. Now, in the meantime, yes, I'm about to answer that. The last thing you're asking about how I feel about having to maintain a balance around people that I know have already been incarcerated or booked in and are facing a lengthy sentence for penalty. Having to interact with people on a daily basis who are going to jail, or some of them have been released from their sentence, like a work release, and having to deal with them. I didn't like having to do that because I was not told in advance. And so that being forced on me, because I feel once someone's been provided penalty, especially for something to do with me, that they need to be removed from my environment. So to look at someone who was an employee of a place and they're still employed there, but I know that they're awaiting sentencing, but nobody knows it but me, and they're permitted to continue the activity that got them sentenced for a length of time in the first place. Well, I feel like that's not something that I was controlling anyway, so the insult is on the powers that exercise control over that sort of thing. Just because someone can't beat me does not mean I will let them join me. And I don't try to control things that are beyond my control. Those sorts of issues, whoever did something about it in the first place is the one being insulted. That's why I'm hands off, and I'm quick to say what is not my accountability. Because where I'm accountable and it's my stuff, we don't have those sorts of problems. And as far as anyone who wanted to be a part of what I'm doing and they can't be because they didn't take the proper process, well, that's the decision that's made. I don't make decisions to undo them, although I know sometimes we make a decision, we have to go back and adjust, but I don't make decisions to undo them. That's why I give people chance after chance for time after time. Once the time and the chances are exhausted, that's a wrap. So that's how I'm feeling about that. A bit indifferent, because we all knew what people were stalking me for, to be harassing. The activity has never stopped, even since penalties have been imposed against some people. And they're actually serving some things on their penalties at this time. Okay, that doesn't make a bit of difference to me, because my joy comes in knowing that when I move to my house really, really soon, they won't be there. And for as much as I could employ people or give them positions with me and my company or my church or the things that I'm doing, I don't have to if I don't want to. And I'm going to pick who I want, and the rest that come in on criteria will have to meet that criteria with no leniency. And that's the end of that. Okay, so hopefully that answered y'all question. Y'all have a great day.